Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Steelers win total up one game a day after opening at surprisingly low number. On March 25, DraftKings Sportbook released the over/unders on win totals for teams across the NFL. The number they came up with for the Pittsburgh Steelers was surprisingly low. The Steelers' win total opened at just 7.5 wins. The number was actually lower than last season, which was unexpected after the improvements the team made during this year's offseason. After just one day, the line has already made a significant move. The Steelers' win total has moved up to 8.5 games on DraftKings Sportsbook one day after the line opened. 8.5 games is where the Steelers' 2023 win total settled at the start of last season. At the time, there was some major uncertainty about the team's quarterback situation. Kenny Pickett had struggled as a rookie, and although there was hope he was going to improve in his second year, there was no guarantee he would get better. They also still had Matt Canada as their offensive coordinator, despite many calls for the Steelers to move on from him after 2 seasons. Unfortunately, Pickett didn't get any better. Canada didn't either. The team ended up letting Canada go in the middle of the season, but their issues on offense didn't get much better until they inserted Mason Rudolph into the starting lineup. Rudolph ended up surprisingly leading the team above the 8.5 win total with a 3-game win streak to close out the regular season. The team overcame some major issues in 2023 to go over their win total in 2023, and now they'll be looking to accomplish more in 2024 with an improved roster. With all of the team's issues in 2023, the Steelers finishing over .500 again was a success. In 2024, there will be much bigger expectations. The Steelers won't have nearly as much uncertainty surrounding them next season. Pickett is no longer their quarterback. Instead, they have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields on the roster to compete for the starting job. They also landed All-Pro linebacker Patrick Queen to fix their issues at inside linebacker. On top of those moves, they improved at safety by signing Deshaun Elliott and added Dante Jackson at corner. The team also had some strong points in 2023. They have one of football's best pass rushes, and their defense allowed one of the NFL's lowest completion percentages last season. There are still some issues that need to be addressed on the offensive line, and the team has a major need at wide receiver. If they can fix those things between now and the start of the 2024 season, they'd have one of the league's most well-rounded rosters. However, the team still has plenty of time to address those needs, especially with the draft still ahead of them. Meanwhile, they have plenty of winnable games on their schedule for 2024. They get home games against the Giants and Chargers, who both finished in the bottom 6 in 2023. The Steelers also have matchups against the Broncos and Commanders, who both have unsettled quarterback situations. Even their division doesn't look as daunting as it did last year. Deshaun Watson hasn't looked great as the starting QB for the Browns, and adding Jerry Jeudy might not be enough to fix that. The Ravens have suffered some major losses this offseason, and Derrick Henry is the only big addition they've made. They still have the chance to try and replace the starters they've lost, but right now their roster doesn't look as strong as the 2023 team, and the Steelers beat that team early in the 2023 season. If the Steelers can pick up those winnable games outside of the division and just split their divisional games, they would only need 2 more wins to go over their total. The Steelers haven't finished below .500 since Mike Tomlin became their head coach, and they've spent the offseason trying to position themselves as a contender. It would be surprising to see Tomlin's streak come to an end now that he has a quarterback again and the team has made improvements on defense. Analyst says one QB stinks and has not earned the right to start. The Pittsburgh Steelers made a low-risk/high-reward move when they traded for Justin Fields. They just had to give up a conditional 6th-round pick to get their hands on a young former 1st-round pick. That's why, Given Russell Wilson's age and decline, some people believe the door is wide open for the Ohio State product to take the starting job at some point in the future. Still, that's not how NFL analyst Craig Carton feels right now. Talking on the Carton Show, he didn't mince his words against Fields, and stated that there's absolutely zero chance that he will play next season. Justin Fields has not earned the right to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. The reason nobody wanted him but the Pittsburgh Steelers was because he stinks, Carton said. The controversial pundit added that Fields hadn't done anything to show that he can be a starter at the next level, and he's not going to be more than a backup in Pittsburgh, so people should put that debate to rest and stop talking about him. Truth be told, Fields' numbers have been far from impressive. Then again, it's not like the Chicago Bears did absolutely anything to put him in a position to succeed. Moreover, his contract situation also took a big toll on his trade value, and chances are he would have gotten more league-wide interest if he still had another year left in his deal or was a free agent. Now, it'll be up to him to prove everybody wrong. Steelers agree to terms with longtime Green Bay Packers starter. The Pittsburgh Steelers have had a busy day. They started the morning by signing former Philadelphia Eagles receiver Quez Watkins. Then it was revealed that they had signed veteran quarterback Kyle Allen as the third piece to their quarterback room. Along with the Allen news, the team's GM also revealed that they had decided to add some experience to their defensive line. While speaking to the media at the NFL owners' meeting on March 25, Steelers GM Omar Khan revealed that the team had agreed to terms on a deal with veteran defensive end Dean Lowry, via ESPN's Brooke Pryor. The Green Bay Packers drafted Lowry in the 4th round back in 2016, and he put together a long career with the team. That run in Green Bay got off to a slow start with Lowry making just 8 tackles. Just a year later he carved out a much larger role with the Packers. He started 11 games in his second season and made 32 total tackles while adding a fumble recovery for a touchdown. The next year he started 8 games while playing in all 16 and had 44 tackles with 3 sacks. From there, he cemented himself in the starting lineup in Green Bay. Between 2019 and 2021, he started every game for the Packers. During those 3 seasons, he made 125 tackles and had 8 sacks. He played one more season in Green Bay after that, making 43 total tackles. After 7 years with the Packers, his time with the team came to an end and he decided to sign with a division rival. In 2023, he signed a 2-year contract with the Vikings, but played just 9 games before a pectoral injury ended his first season with the team. They ended up releasing him after his first season with the team, which made him available for the Steelers to come along and pick him up to add depth to their defensive line. Heading into this year's NFL offseason, the Steelers had plenty of needs to address. The need on the defensive line wasn't one getting a whole lot of attention this offseason, but it was definitely something they needed to address. The team got disappointing play out of Larry Ogunjobi last season after signing him to a big contract. Cameron Hayward is coming off of a season where he had to play through a major injury and is going to be 35 in May. Keanu Benton showed potential in his rookie season, but still needs to continue developing to be an option the Steelers rely upon. All of that left them needing some more options along the line. Signing Lowry doesn't make the line ceiling any higher, but he does give them some solid depth behind their starters and could become a rotational player if Hayward sees a reduced snap count again in 2024. It also doesn't prevent them from potentially grabbing somebody during the draft. That's something that was seen as a possibility for the team throughout the offseason and remains something they could consider as Lowry doesn't really provide an answer for their future at the position. Picking up Lowry isn't one of the most memorable signings of the offseason for the Steelers, but it definitely strengthens a position where they needed to make a move before the 2024 season. And you fan, what do you think of the Dean Lowry situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.